Hey everybody, Dr. Greco here. Welcome to Ministry in a Minute, Crossroads School of Ministry. So this week I want to talk about a very important topic. It is spiritual formation. Spiritual formation is the first class in the Crossroads School of Ministry for anyone who's studying leadership or pastoral ministry. And it is really important if we want to serve the Lord that we're connected to Him. You know, Jesus said that in the high priestly prayer after the Last Supper, when he was teaching the disciples, one of the prayers he prayed and one of the things he reminded them was that they were going to receive the Holy Spirit upon his departure. So God said, "I'm always going to be with you." And it's important that we realize that we need to connect to God. We need to hear His voice. It's not us and doing what He says. It's us doing ministry, doing life with Him. That's what the Bible teaches. And so if we're going to do anything in this life for Christ, if we're going to serve the kingdom, we've got to be connected to God. We've got to understand that He's there with us. We've got to sense His presence. And one of the first things we teach about spiritual disciplines, we use a book called Celebration of Discipline, written by Richard Foster. It is one of the classics in spirituality in Christianity. And one of the things Foster begins with is that we have to be very careful not to use the disciplines, the spiritual disciplines, in a legal manner. And what we mean by spiritual disciplines are all the things we do to connect to and hear from God. Prayer and study and solitude and worship. We're gonna learn about all of those this week. But we need to be careful that we don't use them legally and just go through the motions with them. In fact, in 2 Timothy, Paul reminds Timothy that in the last days, there'll be a lot of people acting in ways that aren't becoming of followers of Jesus. The world will be broken, and maybe even people in the church will be broken. And he says that when they do all these things, they'll have a form of godliness, but they will deny its power. We have to be careful that we don't try to wield the disciplines as our own swords. Our goal in praying and studying isn't to get things done. It's to get close to God. And if we look at them that way, we will see power that will surprise us. We'll talk about this week. We'll see you tomorrow for another Ministry in a Minute.